Welcome to DJ Nice With It YouTube channel. This channel will have a series of home music studio videos. I guess you could say home studio improvement ideas with the home studio budget in mind. Now, there may be other content on this channel, but we're definitely going to focus on ways of making your home studio better. Today's video tutorial will be one of a two-part video installment. I like to keep the videos short, quick, and specific to tasks, making it easy to maintain the steps. So basically, part one of the video, it will show you how to get a production DAW-like machine in the Pro Tools. Now, on this channel, we give free information. However, I will disclose you may have to invest in software or hardware from a third party to accomplish what you see on the video. However, I promise you no charges from me, and it definitely will be well worth it. All that being said, please take time to hit that like button and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that'll let you know when we're adding new content. So for some of you that are familiar with Native Instrument production DAW machine, which I currently have on my machine on my screen right now, by definition, this production tool allows you to sample instruments, make beats, music, things of that nature. I currently have a beat that I made for my client, but I don't know the song format. I don't know exactly how they want the bars laid out, how they want the verses laid out, when they want something to break down. So that change can happen anytime during the recording production process. When it happens, it's a lot of work on the producer side, because a lot of times what we do is we track out the stems, and you say, well, that works generally for everybody. It can, but if there's changes, there can be a lot of extra work on your behalf. So the questions that come to mind is, what if they change the length of the bars like I mentioned before? Or what if they want to change the key to the bass line? Or what if they want to change the drum sounds? Basically, those stems that you've exported out are practically of no use at this point. So I can go on forever of all of the little things that you can run into in that particular process as a producer. But I would rather tell you or show you a revolutionized game changer to me that'll make your home studio work like a professional studio and definitely be efficient, more efficient. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the machine DAW and add it to Pro Tools, just like it was an instrument inside of Pro Tools, which would allow you to make edits in machine and basically fly that back to Pro Tools at any given moment. So that being said, I do want to make some quick background drops about Pro Tools. So Pro Tools plugins formats, as you know, if you work with Pro Tools, is AAX. All that being said, there's been some, I love Machine, I love Native Instruments, but there's been some miscommunication between the AAX version of Machine after the 64-bit Pro Tools version. Now, that being said, all of this I want to disclose is on a MacBook Pro, because I work with on a MacBook Pro. I'm not sure if you experience the same thing on PC, but if you do, this solution will work for you as well. So without further ado, I'm going to just run the song so that you'll recognize it real quick. You'll recognize it when we pull it up in Pro Tools. So I'm going to run that right quick. Let me get that started. So I'm going to run that. And I ain't going to run it for so long. I just want to run it and then let you kind of feel the vibe of it. So this is the song, and we can dodge out that. Now I ain't gonna take you through too much longer. I'm gonna load up Pro Tools, and then I'm gonna explain why I loaded up Pro Tools and what I did for Pro Tools and why I set it up the way that I set it up. So let's go to a commercial or something. We'll be right back when I load. Okay, so I've loaded up Pro Tools at this point. I want to be clear. I want to explain a little bit of what I've done in Pro Tools. I've loaded up an instrument track, a stereo instrument track. I loaded up 7 stereo audio tracks, and I loaded up, I don't know, a couple of, a few, well, a little more than a few mono audio tracks for vocals. We'll be using the audio tracks later on, and probably, well, not probably, but in series 2 of this installment. So that being said, let's jump into it. I know you've been waiting long enough. Say, hey man, you've been talking, you've been waiting long enough. Get to the juice. So now we're going to get to the juice. So when you come into insert, and if you come down to, oh, let me move me out of the way so you guys can see what's going on here. When you come into insert, you can come down to instruments. And if you notice, you see a lot of instruments. You see a lot of native instruments, such as, I don't even use that one, so I'm not even going to say that one. Massive, Contact. You see a lot of your instruments, more instruments than normal, but you don't see Machine nowhere. If you did, it would be somewhere right above Massive, but it's not there. So that being said, there is, let me move me a little further out the way so you can see. And I left a link down below for Blue Cat Audio. And you can go there, you can get the Blue Cat patchwork. We're going to go ahead and load up the Blue Cat. And the Blue Cat looks like this bad boy right here. Now, some of you looking at this and saying, oh my God, the applications upon this. Oh, you could put it in the parallel chains, post chains. So you already know you're getting a monster right here. You got a monster. But we're going to just keep it simple, and we're going to just go plain Jane, keep it simple. So we're going to go here. We're going to say, let's do AAU. So we're going to get AAU. Now you see a lot of these AAUs come up. And we're going to be looking for one that says Machine 2, if we can find it. As you can see, I got tons and tons of plugins. But we're going to find it. We're going to find it soon, hopefully. Did I pass it? I think nope, here we go. All right, so let's go with the AAU. You don't have to go with the AAU. You can go with the VST, but we're going to go with the AAU for this all intents purposes. I'm going to hit OK. Wow. And there go Machine. Now Machine is actually in Pro Tools. So we're going to come here and we're going to go to recently open. And that's because I just recently opened the program that I was working on. Voila. We're here. Now, what you see is, and I want to be clear here, you're seeing this come up as 120 BPMs. But we know, I know, this is not even 80 BPMs. This beat is 160. So I'm going to actually take this back out. No, I ain't even going to take it back out. I'm going to actually change the BP to 160 on the fly. All right, so now we see up here, the BP is at 160. And we see Machine has now changed to 160. Voila. So that tells you right there that Pro Tools is the master over Machine in this particular application. However, any changes that you make to Machine when you bring it back in to Pro Tools will be applied. So now you're thinking to the applications, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So we want to quickly take all of that down. We want to take all that down. And all right, so now we've done all we've done. It's time to see how it works. We're going to play it and see how it plays out. So we hit play. Voila. So this is exactly what you heard in Machine. And now it's playing through the instruments. You can literally now record on this as it is. But if you needed to make changes, you can make changes. Now, let me just stop this right quick. Alright, so that being said, this application is tremendous. You know, one of the good things about a few good things about this particular application, the way this is set up. One, a lot of your plug-in work is being done in Machine inside of Pro Tools, and it's kind of tricking your DAW into thinking it has more resources because Machine is actually doing things with the beat instead of you having everything. Now, that being said, I also added these audio tracks. I'm going to show you in the next portion of the tutorial how we track everything in Machine out into these audio tracks with it being inside of Pro Tools. So come back, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to have awesome content. We're going to have some home studio ideas, basically some home studio hacks that's going to take your home studio to a professional level that is going to be, whew, you're going to be like, wow. Some people right now is just going crazy over just this alone. So come back. We're going to track it up in the next video. Won't be too long-winded. I promise you, future videos will be much shorter and more to the point. When we come back, we're going to just jump right into it, just like you've seen this video, or I'm going to reference this video for you to come back. And I thank y'all for y'all time today. Once again, please hit that like, subscribe, and DJ Nicewood, peace out.